Hell yeah. Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. But first, it's rare to find a remedy that delivers noticeable physical and mental benefits like C60 Evo. Their ESS 60 is a breakthrough technology offering benefits to thousands of customers. I sleep deeper and wake up feeling more refreshed and energized. I think more clearly and feel 15 years younger with this product. They've got a proven track record and my recommendation too. Purchase C60 Evo and enjoy the incredible benefits yourself. Use my link below to save 10% off your purchase. Promo code JG10. 10, 10, 10. Good damn afternoon, Americans. Let's do it. So you saw the title. Well, first of all, shout out to everybody in the comments already waiting patiently. I certainly appreciate that. Let's see. Let's call him by name, shall we? Jacob, what's going on? Oh, Jacob won't be able to make it. All right, thank you. Stephanie, what's going on? It's still 3-3, 3-3, 3-3. John Harper, Andre, Game Hinge Patriot. What's up? Big J, Pat Pup Mom, None the Miser, Blessed Veteran, Adventures, Just a Man Evaluating Stuff. Joseph, Rocky, hey yo, oh wait, what's up everyone? Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. You know what time it is? 1 p.m. PST. Dominic, thank you very much. Glad you're a fan. I'm glad you're here. TLC, I don't know if that's the group or Tender Loving Care, but good to see you. Rob, Bill, Jimmy, Audrey, Everlost, Daniel, Brian, Jake, JUR Iceman. I don't know if you want to be, well, anyway, I won't get into it. I'll say that for the movie review. Zebra, Oscar, what's going on? Appreciate everybody being here. So, yes, this is a viewer-funded platform. Venmo, GreenforGreen, Cash.app, $Jericho Green 1. We could do it snail mail if you want to. Shout out to Whitney. She decided to go the snail mail route. P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California, 95961-9998. Super chats, get them in. Who will be first? Who is going to pop that super chat cherry today? First come, first serve. Let's get them. And of course, before we start, all right, wait. We'll do it a little different. We'll talk about what's going on, the things I'll be talking about. I just added something else to the list that I didn't put in the description of this video because I just saw something that reminded me of it. So we might as well talk about it. Let's see. Boom. Channel. Videos. Live. So, see who is that? D Light is going to be the super chat cherry popper. Thank you very much. It says, "Have you seen Lake City Ammo?" That sucked. FJB. I definitely agree with that. I haven't seen it, but I will. So the movie, the Maverick. I saw that last night with my wife and some friends. I will give my honest opinion on that one. Jussie speaks. That's right. That Jussie Smollett, race hoaxer extraordinaire, liar, piece of shit, elitist turd, out of touch fucker, whatever you want to call him. He opened his mouth again. He did it again. I love it when people will not release that grip on that shovel and they just keep making that hole deeper and deeper. Oh, Jussie, you dumbass. And Ashley Biden, apparently she was in like a rehab or a halfway home or something, like a halfway house. And she moved out and she left her diary. She forgot her diary there and people got a hold of it. Look, Biden children, You guys need to do a better job of keeping track of your shit, your diaries, your laptops. You guys suck. Don't trust the Biden kids with anything because they'll lose it. They're like my wife with her cell phone. It's going to get lost, okay? And some very interesting things in there. Some things that you will not be shocked by. You'll be like, yep, I figured it was something, but still horrible. And there were some Americans that were captured in Ukraine. They were fighting with Ukraine and they were captured by Russian soldiers. Should they be saved or not? We'll discuss that. And also, hey, New York, good. They finally got something right. Well, they were forced to get it right, but it's right just the same. There was a Supreme Court ruling that just came down not too long ago, and the Supreme Court ruled on concealed carry in New York. And it's going to have a ripple effect to other states that have really strict concealed carry laws, mainly that you have to prove you need or you have a reason to conceal carry. We'll talk about that shit. But before we do, I did 2 videos today talking about Brittany Griner's dumbass, how she's been extended in Russia, and her wife, who she beat up. That's right, look it up. She beat her wife's ass because domestic violence is very high amongst lesbian couples. I'm just saying. So she whooped her wife's ass. But anyway, her wife is calling for the State Department to do something about it and get Brittany released, get Brittany sent back home. And she actually said the words, they need to make a deal. Didn't we have a guy in the White House who was an expert at making deals? He wrote a book called The Art of the Deal. So I talked about that. I talked about that Buzz Lightyear lesbian kiss bullshit in the new Disney movie, but you can only find it on my website, JerichoGreen.net. Both of those videos I just dropped today. I have exclusive videos I do once a week for my website. You can only find them there. I got my entire video archive there. I have, when I do cameos and stuff like that on other people's platforms, I also have it there. $3.99 a month, not that much at all, even in these crazy ass inflated times that we live in, just $3.99 a month. Check that out. But first, time for a new segment. I just did the first one yesterday, and it's called Good Gun. And I was saying yesterday how I want to get a sound effect where it's like, oh, good gun, like a good dog. Oh, good gun. You did your job. Good job. But it's called Good Gun. And the reason I call it that is because I'm going at the start of every live, I'm going to read a story about guns killing the bad guy. They focus on stories about the bad guys killing good people with guns and try to take our guns and look at these horrible guns. Well, far more often than not, guns do good things. Guns are in the hands of the right people to protect themselves. In your home, I saw a story where a lady was talking about she was in her living room and a stranger walked in her living room. How fucking weird would that be to be sitting in your living room, flipping through the channels, reading a Louis L'Amour novel, whatever, some smut, ladies, whatever you're doing, and a total, complete stranger walks into your living room? Or you're in your bedroom and you look up and there's a crazed man standing in your bedroom. This stuff happens all the time. But in these cases, these people have their guns and they rendered the threat a threat no more. And in this story, you get a 2-for-1. You get 2 stories, and it's ladies. Like Bill Burr says, lady. Great story. So it says, the headline is, and it's in Chicago. What? I thought everybody in Chicago wasn't supposed to have guns. But apparently some good guys still have them. Good. And I hope this Supreme Court decision will also affect the strict rules and laws and shit they have on concealed carry in Chicago. I think what the most heavily restrictive gun laws in the country in Chicago, and that's not stopping shit. So here we go. Armed Chicago woman turns the tables on a man attempting to rob her at gunpoint. Where do you think he got his gun from? You think he did a background check? Anyway, a pistol-packing woman shot and killed a 19-year-old man who allegedly attempted to rob her at gunpoint at a bus stop in Chicago. He got what he deserved. He ran up on the wrong person, so she did what she had to do. Shanta Hodges, a resident of the South Chicago neighborhood where Tuesday's shooting occurred. Sounds to me like the people that live there don't have a problem with them tightening the reins on these criminals. So that lady probably doesn't have a problem with more police in her neighborhood. The 25-year-old victim was standing at a bus stop in the Fernwood neighborhood about 5:44 a.m. when she was confronted by the would-be robber. The victim was standing. What the hell? The victim was standing at the corner when the offender approached the victim, displayed a weapon, and announced a robbery, Chicago police officials said in a statement. The victim, a concealed carry license holder, brandished a weapon and fired one shot at the offender, striking him in the neck. The incident was captured on surveillance video from a drugstore in the area and showed the victim, whose name has not been released, getting pushed to the ground at the bus stop before pulling a firearm and firing. The suspected attempted robber, wearing white, ran from the scene while the victim ran in the opposite direction the video shows. Police said the suspected robber collapsed about a block from the bus stop where the officers found him. He was taken to Christ Hospital in Chicago where he was pronounced dead. I bet he thought, man, let me run up on this bitch real quick at the bus stop. She ain't gonna do shit. She don't have no way to protect herself. I know the city I live in. I know how they choke the legal gun owners. This is gonna be a breeze. Let me grab some quick cash and go on about my business. Nope. A Cook County Medical Examiner's Office spokeswoman identified the man Wednesday morning as Lavion Goings. Who the fuck is naming these kids? Lavion with two A's. Laavion. And told ABC News that Goings lived about a block from the bus stop where he was shot. Police said the victim suffered minor injuries but did not require hospitalization. The incident remains under investigation, but no charges will likely be filed against the victim. The shooting marked the second time in about a month that an American woman with a concealed weapon permit turned the tables on a would-be criminal threatening her life. So you mean to tell me a gun evens the playing field, even tips it in the victim's favor? Women, empower women. It's about women and women's empowerment. Empower. What better empowerment than a firearm that you're familiar with and confident in using? Sounds to me like the scales were tipped in her favor. She got to go home. He got to go to the bottom floor of the hospital in the morgue. She got to go home. On December 4th, a woman who was home alone in Pickens, South Carolina, that sounds something in the South, Pickens, shot and killed a jail escapee who kicked in her back door, authorities say. Pickens County Sheriff Rick Clark said the woman, whose name has not been released, had a concealed weapons permit and knew how to use her gun when escapee Bruce W. McLaughlin Jr., 30, reached her bedroom entrance. She fired one shot that hit McLaughlin in the head, killing him. This is a shining example of what this lady did, took the time to get her CWP and set herself up to protect herself and not be harmed, killed, or raped, or whatever, Clark said at a news conference a day after the shooting. She came out on the good end, and the other guy, the bad guy, didn't. Wonderful. You notice what he said there. She set herself up to protect herself and not be harmed, killed, or raped, or all of the above. So guns keep women safe. Guns keep women alive. So if you're a would-be pervert, prowler, peeping Tom, rapist, and you're in a certain area, but you know that, damn, these women out here be packing. And not only are they packing, they're practicing. Head's a small target, even from across the room. So you mean to tell me guns make women safer? Guns make the bad guys dead and the ladies remain alive? You don't hear a lot of that. We should. I told my daughter, when you move out, you're getting a gun and a dog. That's it. If you don't like it, stay here. That's what I say. I'll protect you. You know she ain't gonna do it. They never do that. They always want to leave us. Leave us. Leave us. Sorry, guys. I almost lost it right there. They always do. They always leave a nest. But anyway. So that was another segment of Good Gun. Let me know. Hit me up in my email, jerichogreen2018@gmail.com if you want to sponsor that segment. So, Maverick, the movie review. Now, before I start, I was ready. Okay? I was ready. I had my bullshit meters on. I had my woke spidey senses on high alert. All right? I was looking for it. I had my woke hound dogs ready to go find it. Go get him, boy, eat it. I released the hounds on him. I was looking for it. I had my woke snipers up on the roof, locked in, looking for any movement. You have a green light. Let me know if you see any wokeness. If you find any evidence of Wokians in this movie. I was looking for the political shit. I was looking for the jabs at Trump. I was looking for anything about getting a poke. I was looking for some Ku Klux Klan shit. I was looking for that alphabet soup group shit. I was looking for that badass girl who can kick all the boys' asses all of a sudden. I was looking for all that bullshit. Magnifying glass. Out. Where is it? Bright lights, spotlights. Looking. I had helicopters in the sky. My anti-woke helicopters circling above. I had the woke ghetto birds in the sky. I was like Tommy Lee Jones on The Fugitive. Or was that U.S. Marshal? That's right, with Wesley Snipes. You let me know if you see anything. If that son of a bitch sneezes, I want to feel the mist. Everybody, high alert, looking out for the woke bullshit. I didn't find it. I looked. I was still enjoying the movie, but I was looking. Didn't find it. I didn't see any woke bullshit in there. I was looking hard, close. I was up in there. Didn't find any. Thankfully, it was good. Now, before we get into the movie review, the commercials and shit before the ads before the movie, oh yes, they were saturated in wokeness. They were dripping in Ku Klux Klan's alphabet soup group bullshit. The commercials, there was something celebrating Pride Month, of course. Pride check. Is your pride on nice and tight? Or are you being a fucking ally? You better be. Everybody reach in your pocket, get a handful of Skittles right now out of respect. Taste the rainbow before the rainbow tastes you, honey. Now, the commercials before that, yes. They had some, it was made up of movie clips of gay and lesbian people together. Pride Month. Which I would have been pissed if I was sitting there with my kids and saw that shit. They also had one. Here's the one that really burnt my biscuits. Okay, so it opens up on these people, on this couple, and the woman's like holding a baby, and then the dad's in there. Yeah, we did this, and so then we decided to expand. Are they talking about a cell phone plan? We got the family cell phone plan, and we decided to expand it. And then the camera zooms out, and they got like 8 kids, and one in the background got bubbles coming out of the dishwasher, and they're throwing shit, and the other one's like putting blue shit on their face, and they're just totally wrecking the house. And their parents just sit there like a couple bumps on a log, not doing nothing. Kids like drawing on his face and screwing with mom's hair, and they're just like, we are defeated. Having kids sucks. That was basically their tone. And then she says, but my sister told me about so-and-so cell phones. And then it switches over to the next scene, and it's her sister sitting there all single with a glass of wine and her nice couch and her white furniture that, of course, you couldn't have with children, in her empty apartment, her nice, sterile, motif and her artwork and stuff. And the message was, if you get married and have kids, you're an idiot. Your life is going to be full of shit. Your kids are going to overrun you. You're not going to have any fun. You're going to be beaten down, and your children are going to be a bunch of wild animals. But if you don't have kids and you remain single, then your life is great. You can enjoy nice things. You can live in a nice place. You got extra money. And all of that shit may be true. But having kids is great. And that woman can sit there with her glass of Pinot Grigio as long as she wants, until that biological clock starts ticking so loud in her ears she can't hear her 15 cats meow for more 9 lives. She won't be able to hear that clock because she's going to be too busy cleaning out 4 different litter boxes in her living room. Now, should everybody have kids? We've had example after example after example that no, everybody should not have kids. But we should be promoting and supporting family, not making it look like a mistake. And whose kids act like that? If your kids act like that, it's because you let them act like that. What does Cesar Millan say? You have to be the pack leader. If you're not the pack leader, then the dog will be the pack leader. You can't let your kids be the pack leader. You have to be. Kids need, they want, they desire structure, discipline, order, consistency. It's like baking something. You can't leave an ingredient out or your cake's going to come out all fucked up. Kids need that. So if your kids are a bunch of animals swinging from the rafters and got bubbles coming out of the dishwasher, you fucked up. Who's going to clean that? You? You're going to be the sucker cleaning up their mess while they're snuggled up in their big-ass bedroom that you provide? I don't think so. Do kids make a mess? Yeah. Can you not have as much nice shit around when you have kids? Yeah, but who doesn't know that? But promoting being single and never having kids? Bullshit. I believe most women do want to have kids. Most women do want a family and a husband. They don't want to be alone hearing meow, 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 meow. Nobody wants to fall asleep to that shit all night. You lay in bed and try not to hear the sound of your ovaries drying up. Every time you sit on the toilet, some dust comes out because you're barren now, because you waited too long. Bullshit. But those were the commercials before. The movie, hey, that movie was fucking good. All right? I won't give away, I won't do too many spoilers. I won't give the plot and how it ends and all that shit. But that was a good movie. That movie was awesome. The way, and another thing I was looking for, because what does Hollywood always do with the remake? What do they do when we hand them a cult classic movie? A perfect movie from the 80s. Or a perfect movie from back in the day. 90s, 80s, 70s, whatever. This thing was amazing. It had everything. Here you go, Hollywood. You will be the caretaker of this classic. What do? Fuck it up every time. So I was looking for that. But they did good. Tech Savvy says Maverick was whack. All right, whatever. Everybody is not going to like everything. But I thought the movie was good. The way they handled, how time has passed and, they didn't have him as this, still trying to be this young, badass, cocky pilot. He had aged. Everybody had aged. But the way they handled it, the way they handled Goose's death, and they introduced Goose's son, who is a pilot in the movie, and this mission that they have. And, one thing I was also looking for was when they do military movies, 3 things they always fuck up. Haircut, salute, and the uniform. They always fuck those up. The salute is like this, or like that, or like it's parallel to the deck, but the salute's terrible. And then like the facial hair. I remember G.I. Joe. They're at a military ball, an army ball. I'm talking white gloves, sabers, medals, all that shit. And these dudes got goatees. No, you can't do that. There are certain uniform standards, and that also includes your face and how you can grow your facial hair, how it can be cut to the corners of the lip. Nothing on the chin. You can get a no shave chin, but you got to shave every 30 days or whatever. There's rules and regulations, and they never pay attention. The hair. I mean, in the one movie, the girl had her hair down. She's on stage receiving an award, and she has her hair down like to the middle of her back. Ladies of the military, you know that's some bullshit. It better be cut, or it better be up in a bun. It can't go past the collar of your shirt. All that shit. But for some reason, they can't find some kind of military. And all you got to do is make it out of boot camp, and you can advise on these movies. Salutes, haircuts, facial hair, uniform, the gig lines all fucked up, the T-shirts. I mean, so many things. But they nailed it. All the young officers and stuff in their uniforms and everything, nailed it. The military creases, the ribbons, the placement of the ribbons. He even had the E on his shooting qualifications for expert. The aviation pins, all that shit. Nailed it. No woke shit. The action, the flying of the jets and taking off from the carriers and shit. And when they were flying, like Tom Cruise did a lot of his own stunts. Going because they had a mission and they did a mock. Basically, they had to fly through these canyons. So they found some canyons in the area and they practice, you know, how fast they're gonna have to fly, how low they were gonna fly, when they would have to go up, all the G's they would feel, all that shit. Nailed it. Being on the carrier, taking off, landing on the carrier. It was a great movie. Hold on. Nick Havoc says Jericho's woke meter is broken. No, it's not. I just got it tuned up. I'll be looking for that shit, and I usually find it. Tell me, where was the woke shit in the movie? Where was that? I didn't see it. Please give me an example of a scene. I didn't see that shit. Hawker Mustang says it was good. It was good. It was a great movie. It really was. Dirk Plexiglass says, Jericho, ever been to I-Bar at North Island? No, I have not. Sounds fun. Yeah, I thought it was a great movie. Really was, top to bottom, the way it ended. There was some, it got a little crazy at the end, like when, you know, the without giving anything away, like the final 10 minutes of it, there was like some, you know, they wouldn't do that shit. But the flying, the maneuvering, they had some dogfighting. They had a bunch of dogfighting in there, you know, shooting with the guns and how they would make the airplane like go up and all the maneuvers. That shit was crazy, man. And all the main characters were doing it. It wasn't just Tom Cruise. These young actors, and you recognize some of them you may not. But the guy who played Goose's son, I had to look and make sure that wasn't his son in real life. He looked just like Goose. They nailed that shit. And how they remembered Goose, and then Val Kilmer in real life, he had, I think, throat cancer. So, of course, he wasn't going to be speaking a lot in the movie, but they handled that well. I mean, bringing back the old characters, some of the old characters. It was good. It was a really good movie. I recommend it. It's something you can watch with your wife. It got a little bit of love story in there, but some good action scenes. His love interest, she has a daughter, and they handled that well. There was like some, you know, there was still some discretion. She was like, well, I don't want my daughter to see that we're together so quickly and all this kind of shit. There was some morals in there. There was some morality in a movie. But it was good. There was no, like I said, I didn't see no bullshit. There was no alphabet soup group. I didn't hear Trump's name, no mentions, no jabs, nothing. It was good. I liked it. I really did. I recommend it. Yeah, Rooster. That was Dirk Plexiglass. That's right. Goose's son's name was Rooster. And man, Jason Williams, I heard Tom Cruise is flying the jet for real. It damn sure looked like it. There's a scene toward the end where they take off with the aircraft carrier, and there's a camera on him the whole time. Hey, man, that looked really shit. And I think he does. Like I said, he does a lot a lot of his own stunts. Then the last Mission Impossible, the one where he's like hanging off the side of the airplane and shit. I mean, it was, and the opening scene. So the opening scene, I'll give this away. Slight spoiler alert. So the opening scene, he's like a test pilot. He's still in the military, but he's a test pilot. And in order to keep this program going, their next flight, he has to hit Mach 10 in this thing. And this jet looks like a bullet. It looks like a bullet had sex with an SR-71 Blackbird, if you remember that plane. And he hits it, but building up to that, getting the G's, and then Ed Harris plays an admiral. It's done very well. That opening scene is the shit. He ends up going too fast. The plane basically disintegrates, but he lands and then he ends up in this town. Very well done. I highly recommend Maverick. When it comes out on TV or whatever, I'm definitely going to watch it again. Oscar Gonzalez says, no pregnant-sized flight suits. Nah, man, nobody was expecting up there. Nobody was waddling to the plane. Nobody had swollen ankles. It was good. It was good. It's none of that. No woke bullshit. Kev Oviate says, best movie I've seen in a while. The wife and I watched it twice. We took the kids a second time. How old are your kids? Because my son is 6, my daughter's 10. I don't think my daughter would like it. Not that it couldn't keep her interest, but I just don't think she would like it. But my kids are a little older and they wanted to see it. Yeah, I'd take them to see it. Jake Johnson says, I was looking also, didn't see none of that work bullshit. Yeah, man, I was looking too. Contrary to some beliefs, my woke meter's working. Nick Havoc says they took the man out of Iceman. Dude, he had throat cancer. He couldn't be up there flying and shit. You see, he had the scarf on to like cover his neck and stuff. Iceman, that was very unfortunate that happened to Val Kilmer. I would have loved to have seen him reprise his role. But nah, man, Iceman, he wasn't doing it. Samet says the dialogue at points was major cringy. I don't know. I didn't see it as cringe, but that's what makes this world a beautiful place. We all see things differently. Scampy S, America First. Yeah, I mean, it was very pro-military. A lot of shots in the military, a lot of shots on base and the planes and the officers and shit. It was great. Russ Dennis says, great family movie, in my opinion. Agreed. And that's another thing. Family movie. There was no. You remember in the first one, him and the instructor, they had their little love scene and stuff. But there's not that in this movie. It's like they kiss each other. She lays down, and then cut to post-coital. They're just laying there talking to each other. But it was pretty good. It was very good. So yeah, that was my review on Maverick, Top Gun. It's rare to find a remedy that delivers noticeable physical and mental benefits like C60 Evo. Their ESS 60 is a breakthrough technology offering benefits to thousands of customers. I sleep deeper, wake up feeling more refreshed and energized. I think more clearly and feel 15 years younger with this product. They've got a proven track record, and my recommendation too. Purchase C60 Evo and enjoy the incredible benefits yourself. Use my link below to save 10% on your purchase. Promo code JG10. Venmo, GreenforGreen. Cash.app, $Jericho Green 1. P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California, 95961-9998. Super chats. Get them in. First come, first serve. And don't forget, membership to my website, $3.99 a month. Exclusive videos. My full archive and the cameos that I do on other people's platforms are there as well. And now, Juicy. Holy shit, man. What were you thinking? Oh, man, you guys got to hear this shit. Let me see if I can pull it up on my Instagram. Come on, man. Come on, dog. That is the saddest shit. It's like, bruh, just shut the fuck up. Does he not have a lawyer or friends to tell him to shut the fuck up? Let's see.
So, if I had done this, I'd be a piece of shit. Yeah. And I don't think that is. I don't think that is that's not really questionable. So when people are like, yes, there's a lot of other stuff happening, but that would be really, and again, it's something that I wanted to say, if I had done something like this, it would mean that I stuck my fist in the pain of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years. We're not even talking about in Africa, because that's an even deeper, larger conversation. It would mean that I stuck my fist in the fears of the LGBTQ community all over the world. I'm not that motherfucker. Never have been. Don't need to be. Didn't need to have some sort of rise in his career. I was on the up and up. I was coming from New York, from doing a table read for my dream role in a Broadway show. I had just optioned the rights to the autobiography, the authorized autobiography of Alvin Ailey. I had just, all of these things that I was creating, there would be no reason for me to do some dumb, corny shit like that. But people are going to believe what they believe, and what I have to do is I have to keep working. You have to keep working, and what I know for sure is every single thing that I auditioned for during that period, I lost. They took it from me. But every single thing that I created myself.
That would mean that I stuck my fist in the face of African Americans in 400 years. And then I stuck my fist in the LGBT. Dog, shut the fuck up. Lala HK says, who is that? That's Jussie Smollett. He was on a radio program with a bunch of woke bitches who gave him the platform, and he started digging that hole deeper. Fool, you've been convicted. We all know you're full of shit. You are a piece of shit. He's like, had I done that, I'd be a piece of shit. Well, that explains the corn and peanuts, because you are a piece of shit. When it comes to the race hoax that you perpetrated on Chicago and this country, Jussie, you are a piece of shit. Get out of here with that, man. Who believes that? And the fool is sitting there, shut. That fool is lying. How delusional and mentally fucked is that dude to talk like he really believes it? Lift me, yeah. Bleach sprinkled all over him, 0 degrees at 2 a.m. Bleach freezes at 18 to 19 degrees. It was minus 21 the night of the event, the night that those MAGA hat wearing sons of bitches got him. Both jumped by 2 dudes, and he got a little rouge under, like a little red under his, like, fuck. Oh man, that shit is so garbage. I had all these things going on. Why would I do that to myself? Because you're a narcissist, because you're crazy. You thought that all of those things would get bigger. You thought that if you did this, you would get more offers, you would get more money, you would get more fame. But it backfired on you. Man, that shit is garbage. I stuck my fist. That would mean I stuck my fist. Whoa, Jussie, hey. Come on, there's kids watching this. Sticking your fist. That was disgusting. What a jackass. When's he going to jail? Or when's he going back to jail? Remember he went and they let him out? Let you cost the city $100,000 and see if your ass is out. Let you falsify a police report like that and see if your ass is out. Remember they had the FBI involved in this bullshit? That means I'm a piece of shit. Well, you are. The biggest. You should have been on that South Park episode when they were seeing who could take the biggest shit. What was the unit of measurement? The Currix. Oh, man, what a fucking idiot. Don't be sticking your fist nowhere, all right? Yeah, exactly. Blessed Veteran Adventures. That was a bunch of words. That was nothing. He didn't say anything. Who is believing this fool? I doubt if the people who were interviewing him actually believed him. They can't. Who honestly believes what this man says? Who honestly believes that those were the events that took place that night? Number one, you went to Subway, not the Subway, the sandwich place. Subway is not known for how good its sandwiches are. So you went out, braved a polar vortex, minus 21-degree weather, to go to Subway. So you do that. That's the number one bullshit. Number two racist white Trump supporters were out at the same time as you. That's the second bullshit. Third bullshit, they recognized you. How many white racists are watching black TV shows? Kind of flies in the face of the whole racist thing. Number four, they accosted you, beat you up, poured chemicals on you, even though these chemicals would have been frozen solid. Somehow, these two white racist geniuses found out a way to keep bleach liquid at minus 21 degrees. They need to stop wasting their time beating up black gay TV actors and go work for NASA or something, because you guys are onto something. Then they yell, "This is MAGA country," in Chicago, where Barack Obama came from. And then the whole trial, the FBI, and all this bullshit. Who believes that? You know, now, because of Jussie Smollett, I can't watch Samuel L. Jackson movies anymore. I can't. Because Samuel L. Jackson petitioned the judge to not put him in jail. Please, have mercy on Jussie. So now that I know that you're a woke dumbass, I can't watch your movies anymore because I can't get that stupidity out of my head when I see your face. And Samuel L. Jackson has some good ones. Real good ones. Can't do it. Straight jackass. Hold on one second. Let me, there we go. Turn that AC unit on me. I'm coming up on 100 degrees today. But I couldn't believe that shit when he talked about sticking his fist. 400 black people in America for 400 years. Shut your bitch ass up. How is that even possible when slavery ended in 1865 and there were plenty of slaves freed before that? All those slaves didn't sit on their hands waiting for Abraham Lincoln to save them. Some of them had their freedom way before that. My family had their freedom 50 years before the Civil War started. Half a century before the Civil War even started, they were free. How is that? How can that be possible? And then what they tell us happened, possible. All black people just had the boot on their neck until January 1st, 1863, when the Emancipation Proclamation was written, added, whatever you want to call it, when Lincoln said the Emancipation Proclamation and freed the slaves. All the slaves were just slaves until then. Till that moment, they were all slaves. None of them had their freedom. None of them could do anything. None of them could have property and jobs and raise families and have a level of respect. None of them. All slaves, all in the cotton fields until January 1st, 1863. Bullshit. 400 years. See what they do? That racism well is never empty. They may not use it for a while, but every time they throw their bucket down there, it's going to come up full. That's their go-to. That's the ultimate safety net, is racism. So you throw in the racism, victimhood. You throw in the alphabet soup group, victimhood. He's protected. He has the right friends. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And if you happen to have an Obama in your Rolodex, you'll be fine. Yeah, I know they found a dead hooker in your trunk. Just call the right people. It's like it never happened. She never existed. White privilege, okay. I don't think he's white. He's half white. But his ass ain't in jail. He bamboozled a huge group of people in this country, not all of us, because some of us saw the bullshit right from the beginning. I did a video the day after that shit happened, and I knew it was bullshit, just like all of you. Every time, what are we going to do? Backs against the wall. It's all about to crumble. Hold on a second. Hand me that bucket. Hand me that bucket. Give me a bucket and take me to the racism well. Now. Throw that bucket down there. Take the little thing, crank it, bring it back up. Boom. Full to the top. Racism. Every time. Jussie, you son of a bitch. Shit. I can't believe it. This dude, he needs to be checked for a mental illness. For real. Because he's still talking like he believes that shit. And speaking of Jussie, speaking of victimhood, speaking of Pride Month, Pride check. Is your pride on nice and tight? Or are you being a fucking ally? You better. Because we got the last week of Pride Month coming up. You got to finish strong. It's all in how you finish. No, not that kind of finish. That's not what I'm talking about, you perverts. This is a very serious month. This is a very important month. Yeah, I know. Christmas is only one day. Easter's only one day. Veterans Day is only one day. Memorial Day is only one day. That's not the point. These people deserve an entire month. And yes, I'm talking to you gay people who don't buy into this bullshit, who don't think you should have a whole month, and who aren't a bunch of fucking weirdos trying to diddle the little. Sorry, but you guys are getting swept up in all this. I wonder how you feel. But it's a whole month. We're almost there. And you better finish strong. You better ally hard. Last week of Pride Month coming up. Don't fuck it up, allies. Remember, the only thing you eat to show solidarity from June 1st to June 30th is Skittles. You better taste that rainbow. All of it. Even the back of it. Ugh. Nobody wants the back of the rainbow. Allies, all of you, do it. So, speaking of Pride Month, what a way to finish the last week of Pride Month. What a way to round it out, Andrew Gillum. Remember that guy? Failed gubernatorial candidate? How about that? Florida needs to change its name to the Matrix because you guys dodged one hell of a bullet, one methamphetamine puke-soaked bullet named Andrew Gillum. He could have been your governor instead of DeSantis. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You talk about sugar to shit. You guys have got DeSantis, but you could have had Gillum. Woo. Remember how Neo went back all slow-mo on that bullet? Went past him? That's you, Florida. You dodged that damn bullet because, of course, you remember, was a couple years ago, he was caught in a hotel room with a gay escort. Check this out. Imagine this, ladies, if your husband came home and told you this fucking story. Would you believe it? Look, babe. Hey, babe, look. All right. I'll tell you where I've been. I'll tell you. I was at a hotel I was there for a wedding. Went back to the room. One of my boys, yeah, he happens to be a gay escort. We're up there chilling. We start drinking. And then, some pills come out, some meth. And then I end up passed out, face down, with vomit coming out of my mouth. Had I been laying on my back, I probably would have died. And then he ODs and gets taken to the hospital. But we didn't do nothing. I was there trying to support a friend. He was going through a bad time. What do you do when your friend's going to a bad time? Don't you strip down to your underwear and do meth together? If you don't, you're not the kind of friend I want in my life. So yeah, I went up there with a gay escort. Some drugs got inside of our nose. Pills got in our mouth. Other things got in our mouth too. I passed out, vomited. And then he OD'd and went to the hospital, but that was it. I was there trying to help him through a hard time. What's your problem? How come you don't believe me? Why don't you believe me? Fellas, even better. Your wife comes home late. Babe, where you been? I'll tell you where I've been. Okay? I was at a hotel for a friend's wedding. One of my friends, she happens to be a lesbian escort. We go up to the room. She's crying. I'm rubbing her back. Next thing you know, yeah, I did some lines off of her tits. Okay. She needed my support. Yeah, we swallowed pills. She OD'd a little bit, had to go to the hospital, and then I passed out topless and threw up. What's your problem? I don't see anything wrong with that. That's what he's trying to tell us. Now he's getting in trouble for all these fraud charges for misappropriating campaign funds. But then, guys, remember I mentioned the racism well that always comes up full? Remember that? Well, there's another one. There's another well adjacent to the racism well. Okay? Right next to the racism well is it has two names. It's the Alphabet Soup Group well and the Ku Klux Trans well. Okay? And if you throw your bucket in there, especially now, that shit's going to come up full too, just like the racism one. So Andrew Gillum knows this. So he says, all right, the heat's coming down. They're bringing up those pictures again. I'm going to be charged with all this fraud shit. I got it. June, Pride Month. I already got the history with the gay escort. Here it is, guys. I'm bisexual. That's what he says. I'm bisexual. I'm not gay. I'm bisexual. So there, leave me alone. I got it in time. I made it. Remember Indiana Jones is running out of the cave? Oh, no, he wasn't running out of the cave. It was in Temple of Doom. And the big piece of stone is coming down, and his hat comes off. And he reaches in and pulls his hat out right at the last second, right when you know his arm's going to get crushed. He pulls it out at the last second. That's what Andrew Gillum did. I don't know if he pulled it out when he was with that dude, but what I'm saying is he made it in the nick of time. He made it inside of Pride Month. So now he's inside of a rainbow force field. You can't touch him. You can't hold him responsible because he's bisexual. Duh. So what? That should be your excuse for everything. Hey, what'd you pull me over for, officer? Well, you sped through a stop sign and you're doing 100 miles an hour. Yeah, but I'm bisexual. Oh, have a good night. Yeah, fuck you. Right? That should be, Johnson, why are you late again to work? Hey, I'm bisexual. Oh, my bad. See you later. See you at lunch. You come home, your husband's sack deep. He's in some other woman's clam to the bristle, to the base of the shaft, and he's holding her legs up and looks behind her. Hey, close the door. I'm bisexual. Right? That's a legitimate excuse. That's what he's doing to deflect. They don't worry about what's over here. Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain, even though that man's standing behind another man. Pay no attention to that. I'm bisexual. Fuck off. Try it in your life. Let me know how it goes. Because if you're bisexual, aren't you just gay? You don't get credit for the heterosexual part. That's pretty much a given most of the time, or used to be. But aren't you just gay? And if you are, I don't give a fuck. I don't got to sleep with you, do I? I don't give a shit. Why are you telling me? Why don't you take your punishment like a man? Huh? Why don't you take your punishment? You did the crime, do the damn time. You know what happens if you get convicted? You're going to go to jail. Then you can be as bisexual as you want. You can bisexual your little heart out. You can bisexual till you just can't bisexual anymore. Ain't no party like a bisexual party because a bisexual party don't stop. You can be partying your whole sentence. I don't see the problem. Think you want to do it. I don't know. But I tell you this, people, this is a viewer-funded platform. Thank you. Venmo, Green4Green, Cash.app, $ Jericho Green 1, P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California, 95961-9998. Super chats. Let's see them. Get them in. First come, first serve. And, of course, my website is $3.99 a month. You get exclusive videos you'll only find there, my entire archive. And also when I do cameos on other people's platforms, I put that shit there too. So, New York. Got it. It was forced upon you, but you got it. The important thing is that you got it. Okay? But before you get it, it's rare to find a remedy that delivers noticeable physical and mental benefits like C60 Evo. Their ESS 60 is a breakthrough technology offering benefits to thousands of customers. I sleep deeper, wake up feeling more refreshed and energized. I think more clearly and feel 15 years younger with this product. They've got a proven track record and my recommendation too. Purchase C60 Evo and enjoy the incredible benefits yourself. Use my link below to save 10%. Promo code JG10. So SCOTUS, they did it again. So they struck down. Apparently, this guy was a guy or two guys. They brought their case because they said it was unconstitutional that they couldn't have a concealed carry permit without having a reason. So you have to be like, I handle large amounts of cash for my business, or I transport, jewels or something valuable. Like there has to be a specific reason that you apply for a concealed carry. Not, I want to protect myself. Why that's not the most important reason is beyond me. Maybe because it's New York. But up until today, you had to have a reason, a specific reason. And you basically had to beg them to give you one. But SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the United States, it passed, or they voted 6-3, and they said, no, you can't do that. It's your constitutional right to be able to carry a gun for protection or for whatever reason you want. And that's exactly what the Supreme Court is supposed to do. They're supposed to interpret the Constitution. That's it. They're supposed to adhere to the Constitution. So now in New York, and this is going to affect other states, other far left Democratic states, California, and things of that nature, because now saying that you want it for self-defense is good enough, as it should be. Because I want to, or just that, because I want to, should be a good enough answer for a lot of things we have in society. Starting a business. I don't know how it is in other states, but in California, you want to open a business? Oh, shit. Well, have a seat. Have a seat, get comfortable, because you're about to witness the parade of red tape that you have to go through to open a business. Environmental shit and the city, all these permits, and what the fuck? Why? I have a good to provide. There is a group out there, a clientele that wants to buy it. Why can't I do that? As long as I'm treating my employees with respect, they have all of their basic rights. I'm not underpaying them. I'm not overworking them. Shit like that. But as long as I'm being a decent human being, why can't I start a business? And all of these things you have to go through, all these permits and stuff, this red tape you have to go through is not free. Everybody has their hand out, the county, the state, the city. Why? Why do I have to pay you to give me permission? You're not my daddy. So without this piece of paper, this is illegal. But by getting this piece of paper and hanging it on the wall, it's not. The health department. Look, if you got dirty shit and you got bad food and you're getting people sick, you're going to go out of business. Because the word's going to get around real quick. Yeah, man, I was good until I had lunch and so, and then I was shitting my pants. That word is going to travel. You ever heard of Yelp? That's the first thing people do before they go to a new place. Reviews, what happened. Those who have been there come back and tell me what's real. And if you look at Yelp and it's shit my pants, vomit, shit my pants, then you're probably not going to go there. And that place is going to fold up. With all the government, state, local, federal, all putting their hand in your cookie jar, what the fuck? So this is another situation where the Supreme Court said, no, you can't do that. The Second Amendment says it all. It's already been taken care of. Look, right here, Second Amendment, 2A. What do they got? All they got to do is go like this. The Supreme Court should be like Vanna White. Walk over to the Constitution and go, that's it. I don't got to do nothing. Vanna White. Hey, what's that? Oh, you talking about, okay, here, Constitution right here. Says it right there. Boom. What's the problem? Why are you guys making it difficult? Why are you creating all this bureaucracy that I got to pay at every level? Leave me alone. So New York said, New Yorkers, now you don't need a specific reason. If you want one, go apply and get one. Now, is New York going to squeeze your tax-paying testicles and try to make it harder for you a different way? Probably. But hopefully the Supreme Court will say, can't do that. And so you have, I saw, hold on. Daniel Weiss says, who's Vanna White? If you're being serious, Vanna White was the lady on Wheel of Fortune. Now she just walks over and touches the letter. But back in the day, she actually turned the letter. So if they say, can I get a V? She would walk over there and turn the letter. And if there are any, she would turn the letter and there would be a V. That's who Vanna White is. She's the pretty lady who turns the letters on Wheel of Fortune. Anyway, so I unfortunately watched a couple minutes of The View because right before they went on the air, I didn't watch the actual show. I saw a clip online. I don't watch The View. But right before they went on air is when the Supreme Court handed down their decision. And these cackling bitches, I can't stand them. One is nastier than the next. But they're talking about how can they do this? Do you think this is good? Whoopi Goldberg actually said, do you think this is good for New Yorkers? Yes. Yes, it's good for more New Yorkers, law-abiding New Yorkers, to be walking around with guns. Yes. The criminals got them. Why can't you have them? Don't you want to be a young lady or a lady period, young or not? Wouldn't you like to be a woman sitting on the subway knowing that 5 out of these 10 men probably got guns legally and will use them to protect me? I saw a video a couple weeks ago on the subway. Some lady was sitting there, some crazy homeless motherfucker who should have been locked up in a straitjacket, who should have been force-fed pills to calm them down, goes up to the lady and puts his arm around her and puts her in a headlock and won't let her go. And nobody helped her. Nobody. She tried to leave and he squeezed her even tighter. Wouldn't let her go. Everybody stood there like a bunch of eunuchs, not doing shit. Even to tell me 2 or 3 dudes couldn't have taken this dude out? He had one arm around her head. Grab his other arm and knock the shit out of that fool. Or if you have a concealed carry, hey, buddy, you better let her go. I'll put one in your brain box. You think that would have cut through his psychosis? Yeah, I think it would have been like, oh, shit, my bad. Especially if 2 or 3 of you were like this. That's what they taught us in front sight. Stop or I'll shoot. The next thing you hear will not be a command. Boom, what's the problem? Well, do you think this is actually safe for New Yorkers? You're what's not safe for New Yorkers. You disgusting skanks. You scallywags. You're not safe for New York. I bet you Joy Behar's ginger ass, her security got some straps. I bet you they got concealed carry permits. That's the thing. The same people talking about what we can and can't have and what we should and should not have. Your security has it. What, you think the security got nunchucks under that jacket? You think they got a nightstick? They got a damn gun, and they're highly trained to use it. And if you run up on their employer, they'll shoot you. So why can't I have that in case you run up on my wife or you run up on me and my kids? You see the good gun segment? It works. These fools are out here getting dropped. All the police got to do is show up with some chalk and yellow tape. I did it for you. Thanks. Now I don't have to be called a racist for shooting that son of a bitch. Yes, law-abiding citizens should have guns. This ain't rocket surgery. What the fuck? Back up. Get out of our way. And if you want us to give up our guns so bad, give up yours first. Huh? Show us that you're for real, that you want to rid this country of weapons of war, and give up yours. Do you think these senators and congressmen and the president and shit, they don't got no AR-15s around them to keep them safe? They got weapons of war. Why do you need them? We're not at war. You're at home. You're in your home country. What do you need a weapon of war for? Give yours up. Let's see the Secret Service disarm themselves. Let's see Capitol Police lay their guns down. Let's see their private security with the squiggly earpiece. Put your shit down. We probably still wouldn't put ours down, but if you're serious about it, do that. Nah, they ain't serious. They ain't serious. Serious is what they're not. Serious about benefiting us, they are not. But serious about their power, deadly serious. Deadly serious. Bam Bam Bigelow, Ohio has open carry. Why doesn't everybody? Don't they call that constitutional carry? The fuck? Big Z says, my black friend just got his license to carry. I think that's what that stands for. Guess black folks can get legal firearms in this racist country. Yeah, well, you ask that ginger bitch, Behar, she says, you want to see the gun laws change? Wait until black people get guns. They got them, you stupid ass. Kenneth Jackson, Jericho Green have a new name for the alphabet soup group, the Rainbow Coalition. I think Jesse Jackson took that one. But yeah. Damn rainbows. Why? Why you guys gotta fuck the rainbow up? We can't even look in the sky after a rainy day without seeing that. Your bullshit. Jimmy Dean says she was also in Playboy before Wheel. I think I might have seen that when I was a youngster. You know, when one of your friends would have a nudie magazine and you all gather around it like it's the briefcase from Pulp Fiction. Yeah, I remember that. Wait, what the fuck did you say? Jim Salter said, even when I was a kid, Vanna White could get it. Yeah, but I don't know if you could give it as a kid. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Lala HK says, Vanna never wore the same dress twice. I believe it. I believe it. Jason Williams says, LOL, I don't want to shit my pants. I'll pass. Exactly. The free market will figure it out. You serve diarrhea at your restaurant? We're not going there. You got bad customer service? People ain't going there. James Singleton says, exactly. They have no issue shooting, possibly killing someone over money, but for some reason, shooting someone to save your own life and family is looked at as criminal. That's ridiculous. Or a criminal can shoot you for your shoes. They can shoot you for your car. If they're in Chicago, if the price is right, the cops can't even chase after you. What's up now? Adamson says, just got home from work. My commute was enjoyable. Thanks to you, Jericho. Hey, man, I appreciate that. I really do, because I had a commute myself once upon a time, and having somebody good to listen to, it makes it a lot less painful, especially if you got gridlock and traffic jams and that bullshit. So thank you for making me a part of your routine. Epstein's Ghost. Good name. Thank you very much. Says, wonder if Cory Booker is angry. His booty buddy might go to jail. Cheers, Jericho. Keep up the great work. I don't know if he's that mad, because I'm sure he can go visit. Get him a little conjugal. Get his conjugal on. He has to do it before the end of June. Al Bunny says, no notification. That's fucked up. I sure sent one out. Denise Cantrell says, sorry I'm late, y'all. Just got off work. Kicked back and saw Jericho Green. I thought I'd see real news anyway. Hey, from Waleska, Georgia, USA. USA! What's up, Denise? How you doing? I'm glad your work day is over. I'm glad you're able to come home and chill. Yeah, man, that shit's ridiculous. That it took the Supreme Court to give back what should have never been taken from New Yorkers. New Yorkers, hey, yo. Yeah, I got your concealed carry right here. Oh, New York. Maybe someday I'll go back and visit. I want to take my kids to New York. Mostly my daughter, because she likes the big city life. Every time we go to Sacramento, she's like, oh, I want to stay here. I want to stay in a nice hotel for my birthday and get room service and go to the spa. So, like any good father, yes, dear, your wish is my command. I will make that happen. And I will. For her birthday, her 11th birthday, she will be in a nice hotel downtown Sacramento, getting room service and the spa, one of the terry cloth robes. Fathers, you know how it is. Your baby girl asks for something, don't even mention it. It's done. I told my daughter, I was like, oh, honey, we're going to go on a date. My wife's like, hey, we haven't even been on a date yet. I was like, yeah, it's a daughter. You know, what am I supposed to do? Huh? One day she's going to be gone. You ain't going nowhere, but she is. She's going to be gone. Sorry about that. But you guys ever see, I think, did I mention this the other day? That movie, Den of Thieves, where that kid shows up to take 50 Cent's daughter out and he walks in that room with 8 or 9 of the biggest motherfuckers he's ever seen. Every father's dream. So, guys, why don't we wrap this up and put a little perverted bow on top? Shall we? So, anyway, our grandpa in chief, Mr. Hey, this isn't the mall. I'm walking on sunshine. That fool. He has kids. And Hunter, we already know about him. We don't know as much as we should because the mainstream mediocres are bitches and they don't want to cover that laptop. But we do know that he's all fucked up. But he has a daughter too named Ashley, and apparently she's fucked up too because she was in a rehab or a halfway house or something like that. None of mine says, I love perverted bows. Those are my favorite. Any bow, if I could pick any bow, give me the perverted one on top. So she was at a rehab or halfway house, and these clumsy sons of bitches don't know how to keep track of their shit. They're very childlike. Children forget stuff. Babe, where's your jacket? Oh, I left it at school. Where's your thermos? Where's your lunch pail? Where's your hat? Kids do that shit. Adults, yeah, we lose shit, but not a laptop, not your journal or your diary or whatever. Don't you put your deepest, darkest shit inside of a diary? Yeah, I'll throw it behind the bed. So she left the halfway house or rehab or whatever and left her diary behind. What a dumbass. What a dumbass. So she leaves it behind and somebody finds it, of course, and we're like, oh, you know, the light from heaven shine down on that thing like, yes. And so they opened it and read it and released some of the excerpts. And one of them, she talks about how she experienced, quote, experienced incest, end quote. And then she says at the end, and here's that perverted bow I was telling you about. Then she says, I remember taking showers with my father. I'm sorry. Let me say her name again, like I said at the top. One more time. Ashley Biden. Not so much the first name you need to concentrate on. Biden. That's his daughter. So she left a journal that says she remembers taking showers with her father. I'm a father times 2. So nice, I did it twice. I never showered with my kids. But if they were like babies and you shower with them, yeah, okay. You're a little baby. You hold them. You shower in there, you spend some time with them, skin to skin. Even showering with your kids when they're really little, like if your wife showers with your daughter, or maybe you happen to be in the bathroom with your son and you're taking a shower, you're getting out of the shower, and your son happens to see you. There is some of that is necessary so your kids learn, oh, I have parts like you, or maybe they have questions. But it will never be a father taking a shower with his daughter. Unless she's holdable, unless she's in her infant stages, there's no reason for a father to be showering with his daughter. Now, maybe if your daughter has some special needs and you need to help her shower, maybe she has some physical issues and you help her shower, but you have your clothes on. She says she remembers showering with her father. Francia says, I never shower with my son. What the fuck? I didn't either. I'm just saying. I never shower with any of my kids. But I'm just saying, in some specific instances, that may be okay. But a father showering with his daughter at an age where she remembers, that's the problem. Because you don't remember shit about being 3, 4, 5, maybe a couple snippets here and there. But if you remember it, you're like 7, 8, 9, something like that. Way beyond anything that can be explained. Why are you taking showers with your daughter, which probably helped her end up in this halfway house on drugs, because that's why she was there. The fact that you did those things to her, or she said incest, could have been a brother, could have been Hunter, could have been her other brother, Bo, the one who died, could have been an uncle or something, could have been her dad. I mean, like I said in the beginning, you're not going to be shocked, but you're going to be like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I could see how she would have those entries in her diary coming from that family with a crackhead brother who obviously was just free to go, whatever. Stephen R. says, my mom took a bath with me when I was little. Yeah, you're little. You're like a toddler. There are some situations that's okay. Showering with your daughter as a father? Nah. I'll just find water somewhere. I'll wait till it rains. I'll go to the local pond. I'll wait till my daughter's gone. I don't know if you got a water shortage or something, but there's no reason for that shit to be happening. Sorry. And at a certain point, there's a whole lot of things you need to step back from as a father with your daughter. Even I remember, what was it, probably a year ago or something? My daughter was like 9 or something like that. Like you even like the way you play with them and like sitting on your lap and stuff, things have to change. She's getting older. She's becoming a young lady. No. There's certain things that you got to change. You don't even play with them the same way when they were really little. That's just the way it is. She's a young lady. She's growing. You treat her differently. Period. Not taking a shower. Kenneth Jackson says, I wonder, did Dwayne Wade ever shower with his son before he turned into a girl? Hey, he had a male nanny. I know that. His dad let him have a male nanny. And I'm sorry, sexist, whatever you want to call me. I don't give a fuck. I ain't hiring no male nanny to watch my kids. My son or my daughter. It's just the way it is, player. I don't know what to say. You might be fucking Mrs. Doubtfire. Sorry. Just, I don't know. That shit ain't right. I don't know what to say. But D-Wade, yeah, man, he did something to that kid. He's fucking, my goodness. And posting the pictures of him kissing his girlfriend, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Not only are you not going to be kissing in my house, I'm not going to take a picture of it and then put it on the internet. And if I catch you kissing in my house, there's going to be hell to pay. First of all, say goodbye to that little fucker because he ain't coming over here or she ain't coming over here again. Nope, not in my house. Now, of course, teenagers are going to do what they do. They're going to disobey their parents. They're going to go off and do shit. Hey, whatever. But in my house, under my supervision, I better not. I'll shut your whole life down. Shut it down. You ever go, you see in the movies where they take, they go to a breaker box and they grab the main switch that shuts down everything. Everything goes dark. City, block by block goes dark. That's your life. We're going to go back to what the law says I have to give you, the bare minimum. A roof, food, clothes. That's what we're going to go back to. Strip your walls. Give me your door because you don't know what to do with privacy. The only time you'll see your friends is at school. I'm not in the business of being your homie and doing what's cool and doing what's progressive and inclusive. Because trans kids, they're the new African kid. Remember 10, 15 years ago, all these celebrities are snatching up these African kids, bringing them back like little trophies on their arm, like jewelry. This is the new African kid. These trans kids. I'm not in the business of being your homie. I got homies. I got friends. I got your mom. That's my best friend. I don't need to be your friend. I don't need you to think I'm cool. If you think I'm cool, I'm doing something wrong. I'll shut your whole life down. But it's so cool, it's so cute. Go, ooh, kiss him again. You think that was the first take? You think that picture D-Wade posted was the first take? Oh, that didn't look right. Not enough lip. A little more lip, maybe a little tongue. They probably had him do it a bunch of times. And then what happened after that? They just went off and made out somewhere? Man, please. Must be another parent in this house because I know you ain't talking to me about that shit. That ain't never going to happen. But that poor girl ended up in a halfway house in a drug rehab because of some shit that happened to her when she was a little kid at the hands of somebody in her family. That's fucked up, but that's what she wrote. And check this out. After she wrote, I remember taking showers with my father, then she writes, and I quote, that might be inappropriate. That's what she wrote. Biden's daughter. Me and 99.999% of dads out there, daughters will never have shit like that to write about us. She said that might be inappropriate. And here is another little piece of fucked up. The FBI raided the person's house who got the diary. Yes, I'll say the question out loud. Why the fuck was the FBI concerned with his daughter's diary? Did Joe forget and write down the nuclear launch codes in her diary instead of in his notebook? Is that why the FBI had to come and snatch that up? Why is the FBI concerned about her diary? The FBI, they are not the president's personal police force. That's not what they're supposed to do. We got terrorists coming here, just right across. Back in the day, they used to go through the airplanes, but then we opened the border. Now they come through there. Child trafficking rings and sex trafficking, child molestation, all kinds of horrible shit going on in our society. And you dispatch an FBI group to go raid somebody's house and take this diary. Guns a-blazing. I didn't know it was illegal to possess something that someone left behind and obviously didn't think much about. So just know that if you move into a house that formerly belonged to one of Biden's fucked up kids, if you find some of their belongings, the FBI is going to come take them from you. How many people have moved into a house and found something that belonged to the previous owner? Did they send the police or the FBI to come take it from you? No, because nobody gives a shit. No, because if you leave a house, what's left there belongs to the new owner. So if you put some money in the walls or you buried a crack pipe in the backyard, Hunter, you can't come back and get it. You can't send the FBI to take it from a law-abiding citizen. What the fuck is that? The FBI? Damn. You know, as a kid, I used to think the FBI was something special. I remember in 4th grade, we had to write our autobiography. And we had to talk about growing up, and then you graduate high school, and then what's your career going to be, and are you going to have a family? And we even had to talk about how you're going to die. You had to put your death in there, how you were going to die. And I remember my life story was, I found it at my mom's house a few years back, and I read it, and that shit was hilarious. Of course, all the pictures were guns or some shit like that. And so I put that I graduated high school, I went to college, I joined the FBI, and after a decorated FBI career, I became a bailiff in a federal court, and I died in a shootout in the courthouse. That's how my life was supposed to play out to my 9-year-old 4th grade mind. I thought so much of the FBI. I was like, man, I want to be in the FBI. All you got to do is flash that badge. You got all this cool shit and SWAT groups and helicopters. And man, FBI is the shit. They got a big old budget. But apparently, the FBI is just a group of thugs. That's the way they're being used. You're arresting people, old-ass fucking people. Because what? They were in Trump's orbit? So you kick their door in at 5 a.m. and bring a geriatric old man out in handcuffs. Or you go kick in somebody's door for this fucking dope fiend's journal. That's not how the FBI is supposed to be used. That's not the FBI I became a fan of. That's not the FBI I wanted to be when I was a kid. But that's how they're being used now. And of course, not all FBI agents are like that, but shit, some of them are. There's no one in the FBI can say, sir, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we suiting up to go get a journal, a diary? It probably was pink with a lock on it. That's ridiculous, man. That's Cheryl Foster said the same way Trump used bar. It's the frying pan now calling the kettle black. I think it's the pot calling the kettle black. But how did Trump use bar like the FBI? Did bar go kicking in people's doors and arresting people, or going through people's tax records and shit? Did he do that? Tell me. I'll wait for your response. What was your name? I'm sorry, what was your name? Cheryl Foster. Okay. How did Trump use bar in that way? Stephen R., hearing your dad say he loves you is important. Most important. Most important. That helps build your self-esteem. As parents, you have to build your kids' self-esteem so high that when life hacks away at it, it won't get too low. Cheryl Foster, Barr acted like his personal attorney. Okay, that doesn't really explain anything, but thank you, Cheryl. I'm glad you're here, even though we may not agree. I'm glad you're here, Cheryl. Thank you. Kenneth Jackson says, Jericho Green, there's a TV show on CBS called FBI and FBI International. What the fuck? Truth is stranger than fiction. I think FBI International. How is that even possible? Card Gamer YT Carter says Trump derangement. Yeah, the TDS, it's real. None the Miser says Barr just testified against Trump. I don't think that's what a personal lawyer would do. But hey, you know what time it is? It's super chat time. It's super chat time. David Boudry, thank you very much. Yo, JG, since they can't just keep inflating our money over time, do you own a little bit of crypto? If so, which coins? And if not, why? I do have a Bitcoin. Let's see, Bitcoin Ethereum. Is that how you say it? And something called Doge Wallet. And I have it because I guess you call him an advisor, suggested that I get it. I don't know a lot about it. I do know that I would like it to be around a little bit more to see what it grows into. But I don't know a lot about the crypto and all that stuff. But I do have Bitcoin and, like I said, Ethereum and the Doge Wallet. That shit's expensive. I looked the other day, a share of Bitcoin was like $19,000. I was like, shit, one share? Damn. Do they sell a percentage of a share? I can afford that. Shit. Spunberry65, thanks for the twomp. He said Biden had to eat his own pile today. Go SCOTUS. That's right. Give him another pile. Hope they give him another one. Why can't I know? I mean, I know we can't trust them, but why are they fighting against us? Why are you trying to take our shit away? Don't you know when we're happy, you're happy? Don't you know an armed society is a polite society? You talk about all this division and shit. Well, help get rid of it. Because if I know you're strapped and you know I'm strapped, we're going to be cool, right? Thought that was right. Misanthropic one. Thank you very much for the twomp. He said, love you, King. Keep reality alive. Hey, I'll do my part, man. I will do my part. Thank you very much for your donation. Preach. Kids still say that? Preach. Thank you. And it takes all of us. Not only would it take me saying it, but you guys, it takes people hearing it, listening, and applying it, and letting other people know that, yeah, don't believe the bullshit. I mean, this shit happened so fast, too. Look, 10 years ago, 90% of the shit we deal with on a day-to-day basis was laughable. You walk into a room of your coworkers or your family members or whatever and say, hey, say it with a straight face, like they do, men can have babies. Just like that. You see how serious my face is? Men can have babies and men can breastfeed. And scene. Did you see how serious my face was? Say that shit 10 years ago and people are like, what the fuck? Get out of here with that. They probably wouldn't even turn around and listen to you. You'd probably be like, hey, listen to me, guys. You hear what I said? I said men can have babies and they can breastfeed. And then here come the orderlies all in white to carry your crazy ass away. Because 10 years ago, that was some bullshit. That was some fantasy crazy shit rattling around in your head, and you need to be medicated. Now, from the top to the bottom, yeah. Trans women are women. Well, then why do you have to preface it with trans? Because it ain't real. Because you know it's some bullshit. Game Hinge Patriot, thank you for the Twompin' 525. Biden voters are complicit in treason. Anyone saying Trump lost will expose themselves as a traitor. True. 2,000 mules. Watch it, people. I know you know what happened, but this puts it out very neat and tiny little edible bites. It breaks everything down. They do it on the low end. They're trying to be nice, and the shit is crazy. Fucking crazy. I mean, I was even thinking, why is this not in front of the most powerful law enforcement agency in the world, or law enforcement individual being the attorney general? But what do you think they do with it? What do you think he'd do with it? Fuck it up, bury it. Lynn Morrison, thank you for the twomp. We are going to take over Congress in November 2022. I certainly hope so. We have to. Because after seeing this, after being treated like this, after being abused like this, after them taking the Constitution and wiping their ass with it and then sticking it to our forehead, we're not going to do nothing about it. We're not going to do nothing. He's going to sit there and take it. So if you do that to somebody, if you punk somebody and they don't do nothing, well, then how are you going to treat them from now on? You're going to punk them even harder because you know you can get away with it. So the federal government, state government, a large parts of them walked up to you and just went in your face. So what you going to do? You're going to let that shit just run down your face, into your mouth, and taste their spit? Or are you going to wipe that spit off your face, make a fist, and whoop their ass for doing that? Politically. Not saying go out and punch your politicians. Although, sounds tempting. Can you imagine Nancy Pelosi? Anyway, talking about politically. Grab them by the lapel and punch their face. That's what we have an opportunity to do come November. I'll do my part. Will you do yours? I'm sure you will. If you're here watching me, that shows you at least got a half a brain. Thank you for being here. Remember, Venmo, Green4Green, Cash.app, $ Jericho Green 1, P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California, 95961-9998. JerichoGreen.net, $3.99 a month. Exclusive videos you'll only find there. My complete archive and all the guest spots I do on other people's platforms, YouTube, their websites. Talk to a lot of different people. So if you want to check that out, $3.99 a month. That's $3.99 you ever spent. Better than spending it on a half a gallon of gas. And that's no bullshit in some places. If you're in Southern California, $3.99 is a half a gallon. Lord German Husbando, thank you very much. 2,000 mules equals 2,000 shits taken on our election integrity. Sure does. Sure was. And when at the end, because through the whole thing, they're just focusing on the people who went to 10 drop boxes or more. At the end, they show the numbers for the people who did 5. Half of that. Then you start getting into numbers so big that it changes the election. The shit will make you angry. Anger blood, anger blood, anger blood. I'm telling you. But that's it, people. We did it. Hour and 33 minutes. Beautiful. I was great. You were great. We were great. But before we go, pride check. Is it on nice and tight? Or are you being a fucking ally? You better be. This is our last week coming up. Finish strong. Not like that. Not that kind of finish. You know what I mean. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man up.